Good morning, Quadcopter 101, and what I got for you today is a review of the new Syma X25 Pro. X25 Pro. But before we get into that, today's shout out goes to Brian Mank. Congratulations, Brian. You were the first to say first in one of my recent videos, and there's your shout out. Okay, what is the X25 Pro? The X25 Pro is it's been an anticipated little drone here. It is a GPS drone. That's why it's anticipated. A GPS position hold drone from Syma. Now, it comes with a 720p HD camera that records directly to a micro SD card. So, you don't have to worry about Wi-Fi lag on that. In addition, this camera, the lens swivels up and down remotely via the remote control. So you have control over that lens. Now, also, if we look at this quadcopter, put my transmitter down, it is well ventilated, so we know this thing's going to be using up a lot of heat, probably from the GPS system and the microprocessor on board, but the flight control board. But that is all powered by this proprietary battery from Syma, which is a 7.4 volt, 1000 milliampere hour. So there's a lot of power in this battery to fly this. Now, it is a brushed drone quadcopter, so there is potential of needing to replace those motors eventually if you fly it well enough, but those motors are well protected and they do have ventilation holes to keep those motors cool. But I would not recommend back-to-back flights of this without allowing it to cool down first beforehand, because that will wear out those motors prematurely. Let's go over the controller. This is its controller. It is the way the sticks are set up. You can do a compass calibration, and I recommend always doing a compass calibration before all flights by bringing this stick down and to the right, and then press simultaneously pressing this button, and then it will enter into compass calibration mode. And I'm going to show you how to do that here shortly. Other controls on it. These two buttons here control the lens. This would point the lens downward, and this would point the lens upward. You can start and stop, or you can take a photo by pressing this button here, and start and stop video by pressing this button here. It does have automatic return to home and landing, which you activate by a quick press of this, or a long press of this button. Or scratch that, folks. It has automatic takeoff and landing, which you activate by pressing this button here, and automatic return to home and landing, which you activate by pressing this button here. You can change the rates of the quadcopter to higher speed by pressing quick press of this pitch roll stick, and you can enter into headless mode by pressing a prolonged press of the pitch roll stick. So that's the controls. Somewhat simple, but I do recommend labeling them as I did to keep track of what they are. Now, this uses the Syma Fly app. The Syma Fly app shows FPV of the video and shows telemetry information from the quadcopter, but there are also a couple more flight modes that are not available through the controller itself. And I don't know if they've been implemented yet. We're going to find out here shortly when we fly it, but those include a waypoint flight planning mode, which you can draw on a map and tell the quadcopter which direction to go, along with a follow me mode, which again, I don't know if it's been implemented, but we'll find out here shortly. So let's go for a flight of this thing and see how it performs. Hope you enjoy this flight. 3, 2, 1. Okay, to start it up, the red button is on the front of the quadcopter. So you hold it down until you get some lights, and then place it on a flat level surface. Then turn on the transmitter and move the throttle stick up and down to bind the transmitter to the quadcopter. Then we'll open up the app. Okay, this is the Syma FPV app. Now, this is also available on as of today, it's available on Google Play and iTunes, but those seem to be outdated. I recommend getting this directly from Syma for the most current version, because the version on Google Play would not bind with this quadcopter. I don't know why, but okay, this is again directly from the X25 or Syma store, and then we enter. Okay, we got it set up. And clicking on the gear icons, I want you to notice this app is all in Chinese, especially the version that you get from the Syma website. But it is kind of intuitive how it works and what it's for. But we're going to select X25 Pro, and then we're going to hit Start. Okay, this is the view of the app. We got FPV view, And let's check that up and down motion of the lens by pressing the down button. And it goes straight down and bring it back straight up. Okay, what I need to do first before we fly is a compass calibration. Remember I told you I'd show you how to do it. So we're going to move the stick down and to the right and simultaneously press the return to home button and hold it down. And then we're going to pick up the quadcopter, and notice we got green flashing lights in the back and orange or red flashing lights in the front. And we're going to do about 4 rotations horizontally, like so, until those lights change. 1, 2, move my watch away, 3, and 4. Now we go vertically, like so. And the lights are flashing. 1, and we got solid lights, so it's happy. We are ready to fly, actually. We should be ready to fly. I am putting the drone back on the ground. And checking that we, in the upper left corner there, we notice our satellite status, and we have 16 satellites. So right now we know this has both GPS and GLONASS. It's a double GPS system, which is cool. Now notice everything else is in Chinese. We got latitude and longitude, which I'm probably going to black out. And we got height. One of them's height, one of them's distance, velocity, and I'm not sure. We'll find out here shortly. But what I'm going to do first is select video camera mode. Actually, I don't even need to do that because I can activate the camera with this button here. And pressing the video camera button on my transmitter, and we notice we get flashing lights. That tells us that it is recording. It doesn't give an indication on the app. I believe the app is for recording to your phone if you wish to record to the phone. But let's press that automatic takeoff button. And check out its position hold for any jello effects. Goes to a height of about 1.5 meters. Let's lower the camera so you can see me. Come a little closer. Say, how do you like my shirt today, folks? Okay, it's coming down a little bit because we got a little bit of a breeze with it. And raising the camera back up again. Now the first thing I want to do is climb a bit higher. And we'll go down the field. And see if we can go to the other end of the field, which is about 100 meters away. I'm going to back up so that we can get 100 meters. And I'm going to go climbing above the altitude of the lights. Wow, got real good reception. Okay, we lost it right about there. FPV becomes choppy at about 47 meters out, I'm guessing. That's what it says. And 20 meters up. Let's go a little bit higher. I want to go above the lights. Let me turn toward the lights. Going above the lights. That is above the lights. And let's push forward again. See how far we can go out. That second light I know is 78 meters out. It says it's only 60 meters out. I disagree with that. I measured that on Google Maps. Let's go a little further. Right there, we're going to plop it. Let's lower the camera down a bit. See the area, raising the camera up. And from that position there, let's do that return to home. Pressing return to home and landing. Oh, I pressed landing. Let's press return to home. I accidentally pressed landing. Okay, what if I hold it? What's it doing? It's reorientating itself. Then it's flying backwards. I pressed return to home and landing. Let's see how well that comes down and does a landing. From there, so far so good. Seems to be a nice flyer so far. Let's see the accuracy of that landing. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. You know, this Syma might have something here. Let's turn off that camera and stop that video and restart it. And this time, let's take to the air again, automatic takeoff. Point the camera toward me. I'm going to press this, what appears to be a follow me mode on this quadcopter. Let's see if it actually works. And hitting go. Go. Maybe it hasn't been implemented. Well, no, I guess it hasn't been implemented because I'm pressing go and it's not going. It's not doing anything. So we're going to come out of that. That would have been nice. Maybe I need to fly it with the app to do such. I'm going to have to do that in a future flight to try that out. Okay, let's go back up higher again. We still got a lot of battery. I want to go back up high. Above the lights. And pushing forward. Let's go to the other end of the field. No, it's kind of an overcast day, so I'm not having a lot of sun today. But so far, I'm kind of impressed with this little Syma. Syma seems to have learned from it had some mistake with the X8 Pro, but the X25 Pro seems to be a different beast entirely. Let's do a rotate of the area from there, showing its camera. Again, it's a little bit of a hazy day. And let's fly out in the field that way. Now I'm starting to get a yellow light telling me starting to worry about battery power, so I'm not going to fly too far away today. And we're going to start descending too. Coming back in. It's a nice stable flyer. Coming down. Bringing it around. Yeah, nice. Nicely done, Syma. Let's see its stability there. Letting go of the sticks. Go up a bit higher. So, oh no, yeah, this seems to be nice. Nicely done on their part. I wonder, well, I can't see how to take control away using the app, but let's try that draw mode. See if I can draw something. Hit and go. I don't know what that means. Okay. Again, this is all in Chinese. Syma is going to have to redo this app, obviously, because it even seems to have a circle bee. Let's press that button. 1.7 meters. Hitting go. Is it doing anything? No. But I guess these are all planned for future implementation. Right now, it's just flying via the app. FPV, but so far so good. Okay, let me see if I can go all the way to the far corner of the field. That's 170 meters, something like that. We're going to go up high again so I don't hit any of these poles if it does an automatic return to home. But let's see how far out we can go. From one far corner of the soccer field to the other. Okay, I seem to have lost transmission there. Let me steady it out. Pushing forward again. No, it seems to be it. And that's more than 57 meters. The number that's shown on this is inaccurate. That's at least about 100 meters right there, because I'm by that other pole, and I know that's 100 meters away. So the distances that it's showing here are somewhat inaccurate. Going forward, going higher. Farther out, right there, and trying to come back now. Okay, I got control of the quadcopter, but the FPV video is frozen. it back. Okay, I got FPV video back again. And coming down. Nice and stable. And again, I don't have a lot of wind today, so I haven't tried different rates. Let's go to higher rate. Okay, high rate now. We'll come down lower. Reducing throttle. Is there a third rate? Let's find out. Turning toward me. Third rate. Nope. Let's try headless mode now. Holding the button down. Pushing forward. That's the headless mode direction there. To the right. Bring it toward me. Coming down lower. Pushing forward. Try to pan. Left, right. I don't really see the need for a headless mode on this thing. Coming out of headless mode. Pushing forward now. So, Syma? Yeah, this is a nice GPS quad. Now, I have to show you something. Let's land it right here. Let's see if I can do a manual landing this time. Okay, and it shuts down. But if you look in the upper right corner there, you see the slide bar settings? This has a geofence. This does have a geofence. And you should turn it off if you're, well, if you leave it in beginner mode, I don't think it lets you go further than 30 meters. And the beginner mode is that selection on and off is that bottom slide bar there. Notice I have it turned off. And then once you turn it off, it still has a geofence that you have to set. And I think it's 200 meters maximum and 99 meters up, or in altitude. So, I don't think this lets you fly further than 200 meters, and that's why I was probably stopped when I flew the other side of that field, because the other corner of that field, because that's about 200 meters away. And right now, I don't see a means to turn that off, the geofence. So keep in mind, right now this has a fence of about 200 meters in horizontal distance and 100 meters in altitude. Okay, we still got battery power. We should. Let me turn the video camera off and on again. Video camera's recording again. Let's do an automatic takeoff again. And we still got power. So I'm going to fly 200 meters that way. Going up higher. A lot of flight time. Or, that is, assuming this indicator is accurate. Let's go around the field at higher speed this time. Low power of air model, so that means it's coming back on its own. So when it reaches low battery power and you get the red indicator, it comes back home. Now, is it coming back home to me, or is it coming back home to the landing pad? We're going to find out. There it is up there. And it's starting its descent. Automatic descent. Not bad, Syma. Not bad at all. Turn off the video camera. So, once you're low power, does that let you start and stop? Okay. Overall, my thoughts on this bird. Yeah, this is much better than their other Pro model, the X8 Pro. They seem to have some problems with that one, but Syma seems to have worked them out on this. So overall, I like this one, the X25 Pro from Syma. Hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out.